going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Namor and how he is going to be one of the best, if not the best overall war character in this update. He actually got a stat boost. It has not gone live yet. We've been doing some investigation. Tana did some investigation. His stat boost has not gone live yet. We don't know when it is going to happen exactly. Hopefully with the next combat update, but with the A-Force updates already, I'm using Namor now with these guys, and they're just beating the pants off of Young Avengers. This is about a 40k punch up right here, and you know, I'm just kind of wiping the floor with him, and this is before we get the stat boost to Namor as well. So the buffs to A-Force seem to be legit here and actually working properly, which is, to say the least, very exciting. But we're really focusing on Namor. We're going to do a separate video on A-Force and what you can do with that. But this is really to focus on Namor and talking about how his buffs have really changed him and made him into just a deadly character to use on war offense. So if you guys do enjoy this video, you find it helpful or informative, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Let's dive right into it. Let's start with what is going on with his buffs. And actually, I want to give a shout out to this post here with Vince that was promised. He actually did a breakdown here on Reddit. It'll do a better job than I could. Pretty much what we're getting here with him is, number one, he's going to have the best damage overall inside of war. Better than Star-Lord, T'Challa, and Phyla-Vell, which is pretty crazy. He's going from 131st to 74th in focus and going to be top 10 in terms of resistance and top 20 in terms of health. This is all very surprising, and Namor has always been one of those like really good plug and play characters because of his ultimate, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But now with these war changes and how, you know, war is going to be a little more valuable, it looks like they're also giving us a much more viable plug and play option here with Namor. And you kind of have to wonder why Namor. Well, he's already a pretty good plug and play option, but one thing to note is that Black Panther Wakanda Forever is coming out in November. So, you know, I kind of wonder if maybe they're prepping us for a Namor, like some kind of squad that Namor is going to be thrown onto for war offense. It's going to be pretty cool to see what they do with that. But just in seeing what they are doing here with the stats with Namor and like how his number one, that damage stat is absolutely bonkers. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty crazy to see what happens here. And again, the stat boosts have not gone live. You know, Tana had before and after pictures of the update, and his Namor did not change in power levels, but with the huge stat boost he was getting, he should have been increased in power levels. That does not seem to be the case. And my testing with him, I kind of found that, like, yeah, he didn't really feel that much different yet. We're still waiting on this, I think we're still waiting on the update to go live with stat increases. Hopefully we'll get a confirmation from Scopely at some point as to why or when we can expect the stat boost. But the big thing that everybody uses Namor for, of course, is the ultimate. Attacks all enemies, always crits, clears all positive effects from each target, and reduces speed bar of all targets by 50%. Unavoidable, cannot be countered. Now, obviously, if the enemy team has deflect, it can't crit. That has been a big issue with Raider and War. But even if they block, they still take the speed bar reduction. Speed bar reduction is not resistible. You cannot resist that, which is really cool. I'm glad they did that with this mechanic here versus like Galaxy Heroes, where you can resist that speed bar reduction. You don't have that issue here. So everyone's already getting a 50% speed bar reduction, and that really helps kind of feed things in, where that you know, now you're kind of really flipping the board in your favor. And then you add in the fact that with A-Force, and now with these buffs to A-Force, and why I really like this, Nico now on her passive, this has not. It's not showing the correct text. On spawn, apply speed up to self and all A-Force allies. It's definitely giving speed up to all allies. We've tried that. It's pretty much what's been going on with when we got the original, when they accidentally released the buffs like a week early. we got speed up on all allies, not just A-Force allies. I 100% hope that this is incorrect on the text, and that it's just for all allies, because that's a big deal. But basically, with A-Force, everyone on that team up gets speed up. You get that speed bar reduction with Namor's ultimate. Namor's gonna go pretty quickly because of that speed up. You have this ability to go. Pretty much your entire team gets to go before the enemy team gets to move, which is fantastic. It's really, really good stuff. So, you know, between the A-Force buffs and what's going on there with Namor, that's all really, really good. But moving back to Namor, we got to talk a little bit more about his the rest of his kit here. Number one, he also gets a bunch of damage and armor inside of War. He gains, if you have his T4, if he has T4 on his passive, he gets 20% bonus damage, 30% bonus armor, applies offense up to himself, and it gains an additional 30% damage for him, and Fantastic Four allies. Now, maybe we're going to see something with Fantastic Four in the future. Maybe we get a rework to Fantastic Four. I don't think that's going to happen, but you know, this damage boost here already, another 30% damage, plus the 20% through his passive. That's a pretty big damage boost there. Plus getting War offense up on War offense. Like, yeah, this is some crazy stuff here. Another thing I really like though is his special, where on target block he can bonus attack 2 times for piercing damage to the primary and adjacent targets. And if you do fight A-Force, you know, as soon as they drop below 75% health, Squirrel Girl gives deflect on them. You use this. If you can get the T4 on this as well, that is 200% piercing damage on the primary and adjacent targets through Namor here. So, considering the fact he's got some of the best damage stats in the game, you add in 200% piercing here, bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers, man. I love War, so just seeing A-Force and Dark Hunters just be absolutely so much better, and seeing like knowing now what Namor is gonna do when these stat boosts go live. Oh man, I am very excited. Now finally you get his basic with some piercing here. That's nice to have. I mean, 50% piercing with this, cool, but you know, not as impressive as like Giganto and the tidal wave abilities plus that passive. But if you do want to drop all the T4s on him, I don't think I'm going to blame you, because it's just absolutely crazy. So let's just kind of break down the footage here of what we have going on here. So as you can see, about a 40k punch up here, and this month I recorded some before I did the T4 on his ultimate just to see what would happen. I can't remember if this is one before or after, but I'm actually going to save. Honestly, you can, I think, I used the ultimate here from Jessica first, and I think that was a mistake, and then I should just use the special, because I would get Barrier on my team, and she's gonna get to move again pretty quickly here. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking about what I want to do. We're gonna make sure we land that Disrupt on Ms. Marvel, and we're gonna ability block Squirrel Girl, and then, yeah, we're just gonna kind of work our way down the team. Now, here, I'm actually going to leave Kate Bishop up, because that flip and the blind that she does is actually going to kind of help fuel. Yeah, this is the one where I did take out Kate first, and actually kind of struggled a bit more. But look at this. Look who's moving before the enemy team. Is that Namor moving before the enemy team with that speed up? I mean, that's beautiful, right? So there you go. Speed up on Namor. He now moves before the enemy team, and look, even gets to move before Squirrel Girl, who got the boost in speed bar because we knocked off one of the A-Force characters there. So now Namor gets to move. Currently they have a couple of deflects on them, so you know we're gonna get some blocks here. We'll get some guaranteed crits, and yeah, you can see. Yeah, I did not have the T4 fully upgraded yet, so it's only 40% speed bar reduction here. There we go. So speed bar reduction. Everyone's dropping a little low on health, and this is where I kind of. Yeah, I should have gone after. I'm trying to remember who I went for here, but yeah, it wasn't quite the best use of things. And this is where I was trying to still kind of figure things out with testing, trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do, and yeah, it's still not good because we got all those evades. So at this point, I'm like, well, I got to get rid of Echo, and the block's an issue. And honestly, I think I still think we need to get a clear. We need to make it so that the ultimate on Captain Marvel cannot be blocked. Now they've got the crit rule on it. We'll see what they do eventually with that, but here we go. More hits there, but then yeah, Squirrel Girl's gonna move and heal. And that kind of screwed things up. So, you know, it's early on in testing, but even here with like some like mediocre fighting or some mediocre like testing and not really doing the best targeting and strategy, you know, I'm still doing pretty good. There we go. Got rid of America Chavez. Now we're just trying to get rid of Echo. And then I think eventually I realized, wait, what am I doing? I need to get rid of Squirrel Girl instead. But I also lose Namor here in the process, which was not good. But again, we don't have the stat boost live yet. So Namor is still going to be a little weak right now. There we go, ability energy for everybody. And there we go, we flip. Get that trauma and disrupt on everybody. Let's get an ability block on Squirrel Girl. And now I kind of figure out what I need to do. And, you know, honestly, I bet we could probably do a 4-man or 4-woman A-Force team against Young Avengers and win. We'll have to try that out. But, yeah, Namor plus A-Force is a pretty solid counter to Young Avengers now. And, yeah, I'm curious to see what else we can do with this team when we get everything done properly, when we can see that stat boost and what else we can do with this team. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of this team? Are you guys excited for Namor and the stat boost? You're going to be gearing him up now. How do you feel about the war changes? Let me know down below. As always, if you guys have enjoyed this video, found it helpful or informative, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.